You know, so many people have the perception that northern Colorado is a very affluent area, and in some ways it is, but underneath the success and affluence of the community, there is a huge amount of need with families.
You don't always see the poverty, but it is there.
Denying the fact that there are lower income people in our community is really kind of sticking your head in the sand, because there really are a lot of people that are in that situation in this community right here.
And a lot of people just live paycheck to paycheck, you know, and just you lose your job and then wham, it's thrown upon you. I was away from the area for approximately 10 years. Well, my daughter and I were, and we were living and working down in Denver. And the company I worked for almost 13 years went out of business, and that kind of set a road that I wasn't expecting, and we ended up becoming homeless once we moved back to Fort Collins.
When you're in the midst of poverty and you're having to choose on a day-to-day basis of, am I going to get my prescription, or am I gonna feed my child? Am I gonna go to work and have daycare, or am I gonna go to school and get my education so I can have a better job to support us? It's a hopeless feeling. But there were times where we didn't even have enough money to get food.
Reducing poverty by 50% in Larimer County makes a healthier and stronger community for all of us.
Poverty is a complex issue, and the United Way of Larimer County is helping. They're not just giving a handout, they're giving families and children the tools to help them sustain what they're able to change in their lives.
These three tactics to conquer poverty really are a powerful combination, because United Way is not trying to just create a quick fix. They're looking for a long-term solution.
If you're concerned about where you're going to eat, where you're going to sleep, how you're going to pay the rent, how you're going to keep the lights turned on in your household, you don't have time to think about anything else but you know, how to survive from moment to moment.
So if we can support families on some of those basic levels, they're able to be more impactful in the community, they're able to contribute more to the community.
And as an employer, I know that an individual or family living in poverty has a different challenge to keeping a job.
We really are trying to connect families to resources that will help them become self-sufficient so that they're not stuck in that place.
You know, education is the piece that turns that job into a career and gives a person or a family upward mobility, and that's where you're creating the long-term solution to poverty.
And we want to see that so that they make a better future for themselves and that they really do break this cycle of poverty.
The foundation that they have, just like building a house, if it's not strong and well supported, it's going to crumble.
I was finally offered an internship at the Hilton Fort Collins, and now I've been there almost 2.5 years. Employee, I've been promoted, been named Employee of the Year just recently, which was kind of a surprise. It was kind of cool.
I was able to help support my son and become self-sufficient, and without those programs and the support, I definitely wouldn't have moved on to college. I have my bachelor's in social work and also went back and got my master's in social work.
If each person contributes, even if it's just a small amount, in the collective, it adds up to make a major difference.
Please give. It helps people at so many different levels.
You know, it really helps. It really does. Every little bit helps.
If I have to pick some place for it to go, having my money stay right here is exactly the way I want it to be.
Our community is only as good as what we are willing to contribute to it, to make it what we want it to be.
We sink or swim together in this community, and if you're already a supporter of United Way, please continue your support so we can maintain these opportunities for folks. And if you're new to the United Way family, please consider a donation to United Way.
I wouldn't be where I am today without United Way and without people supporting and giving to United Way. There's no way that I would have been here. And they impacted my life and my son's life in such a huge way that I'm forever indebted.